All right, we need to talk about interest rates. We need to talk about what Trump's doing with people coming over and buying their way into the country. I got to be honest with you, I love that. We got a lot to talk about. So, what I want to start with is interest rates. I talked to a real estate agent the other day, and he goes, "Why does it seem like Powell and Trump are in such a fight, such an argument? Why can't he just lower rates?" Now, it's interesting that that comes from a real estate agent. Why? Because real estate agents are having a hard time selling homes because mortgage rates are high. But that's the problem. There's these blinders on. Most human beings, most Americans, they just want lower rates. It's like heroin. It's just like, give it to me. They don't understand the unintended consequences, or actually, sometimes in the past, I believe, intended consequences by lawmakers and central bankers to cause a hyperinflation, starve people out of forcing them to sell all of their possessions just to survive. Now, this is a very dangerous point because we already have heavy inflation. This is legit inflation that we've been dealing with for what, 4 or 5 years. And if the Fed lowers rates, it's going to cause rampant speculation because we have yet to see enough people lose their credit scores. As a matter of fact, we've seen credit scores almost turn into a sliding scale. Now we are teetering on what, triple B rating for certain dollar denominated assets. And this is extremely scary. So think about who you listen to. See, if all you're looking at is low interest rates, then I want you to understand that you're going to see hyperinflation in the future. I hope that Fed Powell stays legit and says, I'm not doing it. I'm not lowering rates. They've already lowered rates a ton. They can't do it anymore. Okay. So a couple of things that I wanted to cover was, well, first off, if you want to learn how to make mailbox money, scan this, just scan it. What? There's like reflections. All right, there you go. Try it. Scan it. I dare you. I'm already getting people on X telling me they're getting checks in the mail right now. If you want to learn how to invest in real estate a special way that nobody knows how to do it, check that out. All right. Lutnick, there's an issue. That's not an issue. You know how Trump came out with that $5 million Trump card Visa? You know, it's I put it in that thing, sort of, right? Nearly 70,000 people now have signed up for the Trump card, a proposed U.S. visa program that would offer legal residency to foreign nationals willing to pay a $5 million fee per person to the United States, according to the Commerce Secretary. Now think about this. Not only is it going to bring in massive amounts of revenue, right? Because I honestly believe that the current administration is looking to delete and cancel federal income tax, and they're going to bring it other ways. This is a very slow process, but we need to start kicking butt because we only got about 3.5 years left to get this done. I think it's brilliant because think about this, and I see this in my financial education company all of the time. What do you think the caliber of people are? And be honest, there's going to be a handful of bitter people that still live at their folks' house and they're in their 50s and they don't understand why, but yet they blame the world for their problems. Do me a favor, type yes or no. Any person, or at least let's say by and large, the majority of people that have $5 million to buy their way into a country for residency are successful people. So yes or no, do you agree with that? It's funny, the last administration wanted felons and people that were criminals, because when you go to another country, I don't know if a lot of people, I think type 1 if you get this, type 2 if you're like, this is totally foreign. When you fly into Mexico, they won't let you off the plane unless you fill out immigration forms. And in that form, it tells them how long you're planning on staying. And if you stay over a certain amount of time, you got to file more forms and pay up. As a matter of fact, you got to do that in every country. I don't even know of a country that I've flown into that doesn't have issues with me just staying. I'm just going to stay. I don't know, maybe Yemen. I don't know, but I haven't been to Yemen. My point being is that this is a thing, right? Except for America, because for a while, actually for the last, I don't know, handful of decades, our government is hell-bent on destroying us because they don't care about you. They think that they are that you are a subpar human, and they believe that they are above par because they write the laws, right? He who writes the rules runs the world, and kind of thing, and they can live anywhere. That's what a globalist is. If you've heard that on the news, that's actually what it is. They don't really give a crap about their country. They'll sell you out. It's like George Soros selling his own people out for money. Okay, this is how the world works. So I think that this golden visa plan is absolutely freaking brilliant. I gotta say freaking really slowly. So my point being is that I like this kind of stuff. I also want a complete abolishment of the IRS. If you agree with that, do me a favor and type no tax down below. Now, talking about taxes, here I'm teaching people how to, what's it called? Make money in property tax. And it's funny, I see a lot of comments from people that are honestly, I believe, very undereducated when they talk about how taxation is theft. Well, yeah, copy that. Here's the problem. If you have zero tax, what do you think would happen? I'll put it down below. I do believe that a certain amount of tax is a good thing. I'm a big proponent of use tax. If you want to spend something, if you want to go buy a Maserati or a Ferrari to go impress a bunch of people that don't even respect you, then there you go, pay tax on it. If you want to buy specific things, hey, there you go enjoy yourself. But if you want to save, I don't think that you should be taxed on savings. My point is that every single person I've ever seen that goes off about taxation is theft, it's funny, they're on government assisted programs in one form or another. I usually smack them down verbally so fast it's crazy, because you just take about 10 seconds, 10 minutes to watch what kind of government assistance that came from taxes they're using. It's very easy to figure this out. But yet we have people that are rolling over the border that a lot of them don't pay taxes, and they're the ones on the government assistance in the first place. So I think it's really important to understand the difference between a good tax and a bad tax. I think that a great tax is taxing other countries that want to do business here. I do not think it's, and guys, do me a favor, type amen if you agree with this. I think it's important to, I don't think that other countries should have farmland in this country. I do not think that other countries should be able to just do business here, reap the reward of our hard work when we work for money and we go and spend it on goods that were imported from other countries, and then they take that money and go build their countries even bigger. I think that should be a tax for that, right? So if you buy in America, I don't think there should be. And let me throw this out there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call Adam about this. And you know what? Clip this if you think this is a brilliant idea. Mr. Trump, or to the White House, I would like to propose that all outside of America, things that are not certified in America, right? Certified like their chain, their supply chain, where the materials are sourced and constructed here in America. I do not think if they are in America, we shouldn't pay tax on them. How amazing would that be? That the registers through the SKUs already know, boom, I scan this. This is a certified made in America product that was made with American labor and with American materials. There's no tax on it. And then everything else that you buy at Walmart is going to get taxed. So if you want to buy some cheap piece of crap from, China, there you go. You get taxed on it. Do you know how fast people would be buying made in American stuff? If you guys agree with that, type yes. Like, that would be incredible. That would be one way that would be so easy to compete with other countries. Yeah, there's no tax on it. So like in my area, you'd be saving almost 9% on the product because you're buying made in America. It would have this massive, made in the USA or made in America, logo. I think that would be awesome. You know what? Screw it. How do we get this idea to people? This should be a thing. And look at everybody agreeing with this. President Trump, you just read the comments, It'd be a beautiful idea. It'd be the most I don't even have the words. All right. So on a side note, every single person here needs to figure out a side hustle. I need to figure it out fast. I want you to diversify your income. We're auguring in as an economy. That's just a fact. Are dollars losing value? Yes, it's still this best smelling turd in the punch bowl. You're like, oh, that one smells bad. And then that one's, ugh. And then, it's bad. This is the US dollar, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it's funny as human beings how we sort of get used to crap. This is why tyranny just comes in slowly. And tyranny actually usually starts with the social benefits and stuff like that getting bigger and bigger. But anyway, My point being is that everybody needs a side hustle. You need to start diversifying income right now, because this is like the beginning of 2008 all over again. Things are shaky. Banks are getting weary. Interest rates are up. Everything's bad. But hey, if you think that's doom and gloom, shoot, I'll tell you what, I got some cat videos that rock your world on YouTube, and that's probably what you should be watching. I don't know. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out. Oh, wait, real quick. Sale link to that tax lien course. I don't even know how I try. I go look at my profile on X and read the comments of people that are taking the course and already getting checks in the mail. I don't know what to tell you. Please don't ever tell me you don't know what it's like to be me. I don't got money. All this stuff. Don't just, you're just wasting keyboard ink on me, because it doesn't go. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.